Human trafficking is a global phenomenon taking place in most countries, including the United States. And the 2020 Trafficking in Persons Report notes that over the past 5 years, human trafficking cases have been reported in all 50 states, including the District of Columbia. Due to the clandestine nature of human trafficking and the underreporting of the crime, it is often difficult to precisely determine the number of cases actually occurring in each state. Human trafficking has surpassed the illegal sales of arms and is expected to surpass the sale of drugs in the next years. And in 2018, over half, or 51.6% of the criminal human trafficking cases active in the U.S. were sex trafficking cases involving only children. And according to the FBI, a child is sold for sex approximately 20 to 30 times a day. And there are over 40 million victims of human trafficking globally today. 25% of them are children. The profile of human trafficking survivors and victim is often misunderstood. Not just their age, but how they come to find themselves being sold for sex. And it's true. Knoxville, Tennessee's interstate provides traffickers a direct route from southern states to the north. But experts say the convenient infrastructure that brings people to East Tennessee isn't the only culprit. Family members fueled by drug addiction are selling children for sex straight from their East Tennessee homes. And this chilling scenario makes up an alarming amount of the coalition's case. Furthermore, it's happening far more often than most of East Tennessee realizes. While the general public may misperceive human trafficking, so do some law enforcement officers. There's a criminal justice correspondent to the epidemic that muddies the waters. When you think of trafficking, you think of international, but it isn't just international. Atlanta is the sex trafficking capital of the United States and brings a lot of activity to the state of Tennessee. In fact, 14,000 to 18,000 individuals are trafficked across the U.S. borders annually, and in Tennessee, 94 children are trafficked online each month for sex. At least 85% of Tennessee counties report that human trafficking occurs in their county. These crimes usually involve multiple individuals. There are multiple people involved in human trafficking beyond the victims of trafficking. There are multiple offenders, including the traffickers or the pimps, and the purchasers, the Johns, of the sex crimes, and the pimps sexually exploit an individual for their own personal gain through means of force, fear, coercion, or trickery. A John is the buyer who exchanges money or goods, i.e. drugs, for the sex acts. And as reported before, human trafficking is second to drug trafficking as the most profitable criminal industry worldwide. The human trafficking industry brings in between $32 to $50 billion each year, with each slave costing an average of $90 each time she or he is sold. And the industry is so profitable because a single victim can be sold for sex again and again. Unlike drugs, weapons, or other goods that are sold once for a fixed cost, the human body can be sold not just once, but hundreds and thousands of times. And some of the most common physical locations from which victims are trafficked include truck stops, streets, hotels, or low-cost motels, escort services, and commercial front brothels, or businesses advertising as spas, salons, or massage parlors. Today, the preferred channel to traffic children is through the use of online ads hosted through places such as Craigslist or Backpage.com, smartphone applications such as Kik, Yik Yak, Snapchat, or, yes, TikTok. The internet has added to the problem because of its accessibility and sense of privacy. Victims are typically young, female, low-income, homeless, or maybe a runaway, and many come from unstable family backgrounds that lack adult supervision or include high rates of abuse or neglect. but there are solutions. In short, human trafficking is a form of modern-day slavery. It is a serious crime that could lead to life imprisonment. It is tricky to connect the offenders of human trafficking to their victims because today's technologies help to keep those individuals anonymous. One way to tackle human trafficking is to educate others about the warning signs and realities of human trafficking and prostitution. Another way to get involved is by reporting if you suspect or witness human trafficking in your community. One of the big myths is traffickers target victims they don't know. The fact is, a majority of the time, victims are trafficked by someone they know, such as friend, family member, or a partner. But there is hope in the darkness. Despite the difficult reality of trafficking within Tennessee, there is positivity amongst the darkness. Tennessee is ranked at the top in the nation for their legislation and anti-trafficking efforts, according to Shared Hope International. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations operates a statewide hotline for citizens to call with information or if they need assistance. Additionally, Polaris operates a national hotline that is operated 24 hours a day and is available in 200 different languages. Both of these resources provide a safe space for reporting tips and asking for help. Finally, Free for Life International provides emergency services to Nashville area survivors on a case-by-case basis. The organization is also equipping the local community to be informed, to be active citizens in the fight for freedom.